Hello, I'm Anna Kasatkina and you're watching the latest InstaForex news. The central banks of numerous countries and the US Federal Reserve declared that they had settled to extend the agreement empowering them to allocate US dollar loans to the local banks until August 2011. The swap lines were initially fixed as the anti-crisis measure after the collapse of the American investment bank Lehman Brothers. They guaranteed that the banks of other countries were still able to outpay their US dollar debts denominated in the due currency, even if these banks had lost the access to the interbank level. The swap lines were temporarily cancelled. Nonetheless, they were renewed when in spring of 2010 the sovereign debt crisis of the Eurozone deepened. The analysts state that a decision to extend the swap lines now, when the level of strain on the financial markets decreased, can signal the central banks to expect the volatility reversal of the markets in 2011. The decision can be targeted to the first quarter of 2011, when the banks and the sovereign borrowers of the euro area will have a very difficult schedule for the debt redemption, which will be a crucible testing the market confidence, especially if the European Union is not able to approve additional measures of reducing the default risk. The InstaForex extended the swap lines with the ECB, the Bank of England, the Bank of Canada, the Bank of Japan and with the Swiss National Bank. The ECB declared that it will keep offering funds for 7 days weekly at a fixed rate, while the Bank of England noted that it will reconsider the periodicity and the terms of repo payments in the US dollars, considering the market conditions. The ECB intentionally set the price for the operations in the US dollars in order to make them not attractive and force the banks to use the interbank market at most. Its interest rate on the whole was around 1.18%, which is considerably above the 3-month LIBOR rate that in Tuesday equaled 0.30281%. Keep in touch with the latest financial news together with the InstaForex TV. Goodbye.